What's up guys, Tactical Recon here with a brand new video today featuring some Battlefield 4 gameplay footage, and I've got a little bit of a commentary prepared for you guys. And as you can see, we're actually using the M4, playing on Operation Locker, playing Domination on that map. This is one of my favorite maps in the game so far. It's really close quarters and compact, which I really like, and using the M4 in this map is absolutely amazing. So I recommend you guys go ahead and try that. But anyways, let's not get too carried away with that. I've got a video discussing if Battlefield 4 has finally reached its standards since the multiple updates that we've been receiving for the game. So these are the patches which we're going to be talking about today. So we're just going to be looking at that, and we're going to be discussing whether the game has finally reached its standards after all these patches. Now, for those who do not know what I am actually talking about right now, is that Battlefield 4 has received numerous patches for the game since launch because EA forced DICE into releasing an unfinished game, which I have talked about in one of my previous videos, and I can link you up to that if you guys would like to actually watch that video. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, today I'm going to be discussing some of the issues we have been having in the past, and we're going to be looking at the problems that are still to be addressed. And to start off right now, I'm going to be looking at the problems that are still to be addressed in the game. Now to start off, I have the data corruption problem for the single player in the game. Now this is one of the most frequent problems still to be addressed since launch. I myself gave up on the campaign because it just kept resetting my data, and so on my single player career data it might still say that I have not completed the game yet. I've already done this, but the game keeps resetting the stats for my single player campaign progress. Now, to make the matters worse, the game actually came out last year in November for the next-gen consoles, and the problem has still not been fixed. People are still complaining about this, and DICE hasn't done much about this. Maybe this may be because they have forgotten about the problem, or maybe it might just be that people don't even play the single player anymore, so they maybe just disregarded that, which I think is a little bit of a problem there. But this is just fix it just in case some people are still interested in the single player of Battlefield 4. I myself might want to play the single player of Battlefield 4 in the future, maybe on a higher difficulty or something like that, which will be pretty cool if they would actually fix that. Now the next problem I'm going to be discussing is the invisible hit markers, or so-called the broken hit detection in the game. Now what I find pretty funny is that me and my friend Finis Impact, we're actually talking about the whole issue that sometimes the hit detection in Battlefield 4 does not work quite well, or not quite as well as it did in Battlefield 3, where it wasn't that difficult to hit shots or anything like that. It might be due to the weapon accuracy, but I really doubt that, since because sometimes what happens is I actually empty an entire mag into an enemy, but there's some sort of delayed effect on the hit marker, so it doesn't detect that I've actually shot the person until maybe a few milliseconds later, which may be bad if you have a terrible connection or you're just low in health in the game, which means it will compromise your kill and death ratio, which most people will not like at all. But when you're playing the objective, this is something that is important to you, because what is most important is playing the objective. Now for the third and final issue that still has to be addressed in Battlefield 4, which is the lag and network issues. Now this is something that has been touched upon by DICE in the past. They've had a patch which fixed some of the connectivity issues we've been having in Battlefield 4. It was bad in the past, but now it's getting a little bit better, so they just maybe need to tweak it a little bit to enhance the connectivity, but as for now it's fine. Now for the final part of this video, which I'll be discussing the problems we had in Battlefield 4 in the past which have been fixed. Now one of this is the connectivity issues, but this still has to be addressed because there's a little bit of a problem there. Some people are lagging and constantly lagging in games, even with great internet access. At some point, the servers on Battlefield 4 were knocked down for some reason on the next-gen consoles, including the PC. And the reason behind this was that the game is actually running on EA servers. And you know how EA servers can be. Sometimes they can be knocked down, or they just do not work. This happens in most games owned by EA. Now, one of the other things that we had experienced in Battlefield 4 before was glitches in the games. For example, on Siege of Shanghai, what actually happened here was that players would be catapulted all the way up when using the elevator, which was pretty funny at the time, but this was fixed. And we also had a lot more problems that were fixed in the past. For example, the round ending theme being played over and over again, even at the beginning of the round, which didn't make much sense, but it was a bit of a problem there, which was fixed as well. I think the game has nearly reached its standards, apart from a small number of bugs that are still occurring in Battlefield 4, but those can be easily fixed, such as the campaign resetting problem, which I've been having since launch, which can be easily fixed by DICE, but they still haven't fixed that, which I do not understand to this point. But anyways, I think that the game is nearly up to its standards, and the game truly has potential. It's one of the greatest games we have seen so far. I truly enjoy this game, playing with the M4 here. It's one of my favorite carbines in the game. I'm actually considering switching from sniping to using the carbines. But anyways, that was it for today, folks. This has been Tactical Recon here with a brand new video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Now tomorrow I'll be uploading a new video which will be actually discussing if video game developers care about the community, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting. So don't miss that video out. I'll be posting it on Twitter to letting you guys know if that video is up. So be sure to check that video out when it launches. So that was it for today, folks. Mwapa out.